I'm in Denny Blaine Park. Hundreds of people showed up at that meeting tonight because they say this place is a safe space and putting a playground here would forever change that. As expected,
you guys can sign up here or there are sign-up sheets in there as well.
The proposal to put a playground at Denny Blaine Park brought out a lot of people, all of them with their own story about the park and why they're against the proposal.
We can just be ourselves, where we can feel safe, where we can feel heard, where we can see one another.
This is a place where people come up and they ask, is it safe here? Am I accepted here? And every time I've smiled and said yes.
Denny Blaine is a noted LGBTQ+ safe space. It's been that way for decades. Under Washington law, it's not illegal to be naked in public. However, it becomes illegal if kids are nearby. That's what this playground would do.
We want to preserve our spaces.
The people who showed up here believe the private anonymous donor who's willing to front $550,000 for a playground wants to take that space away from them.
They say that it's not an intention to displace queer communities or any specific community, and that may be true on the park side, but I'd love to ask the anonymous donor whether that is true.
There's also concern that someone with money to burn can make such a big change to a public park.
Instead, we're letting people with a fair amount of money do an anonymous donation, clearly choosing how they want to see our park used.
I asked Andy Sheffer with Seattle Parks and Rec about that anonymous donor. His response?
Well, I can't really talk about it a whole lot because it's anonymous.
But he did talk about how moving the public comments were.
God, you heard those stories. You know, if more people could hear these stories, it's much bigger than this park.
That's why he's made this promise to the public.
We heard from people. We gotta show them the respect to get them a response back within 2 weeks.
A promise these people are expecting him to follow through on. No one at the meeting spoke for the playground at this park. I have put in a public information request for the name of the anonymous donor. And something else to note, many people brought up a drowning risk. They say there's no lifeguards at this beach, and if you put a playground here, kids will be here, upping the chance they could drown. Live in Seattle, Cornelius Hawker, King 5 News.